Welcome to the Weather Centre on Thursday, where sunny and warm weather continues over the northeastern and eastern part of South Africa, but with the rest of the country feeling that winter chill, with that cold air pushing through to the central part of South Africa, dropping daytime highs. Now that's reinforced by a second cold front which moves in on Thursday. That also brings in cloudy and wet weather over the southern part of the country, with a number of showers still occurring over the Western Cape and the Northern Cape, reaching the Eastern Cape in the second part of the day. We're also forecasting snowfall for the mountainous regions of the Cape provinces. Now, with this large weather system, the South African Weather Service have issued 5 weather warnings for Thursday. The first is for heavy rain and the possibility of localized flooding over parts of the Western Cape. They've also issued a warning for disruptive snowfalls, mainly for the high-lying regions of the Cape provinces in the shade of red. And ahead of the front, they've issued a warning for a high fire danger rating over the northeastern parts. The fourth warning is for gale force winds along the coast between Lambert's Bay and East London, and the last warning is for high seas along the Western Cape coast, reaching Plettenberg Bay in the second part of the day. Here's our rainfall probability map for the day, with widespread showers expected along the Western Cape coast, spreading all the way through to Port Elizabeth, scattered as we head along the west coast and further inland, and then isolated over the southern part of the Northern Cape, as well as parts of the Eastern Cape in the second part of the day, with the possibility of snowfall mainly over the mountainous regions of the Cape provinces. On our maximum temperature map, you'll see that cold air cooling things off for Kimberley and Bloemfontein, both with a high of 16 degrees, 12 for De Aar and George, 17 as we head into Port Elizabeth, 22 for East London, and a bitterly cold day for Sutherland at only 4. 28 degrees for Richards Bay and Polokwane, 30 for Bombela, and Johannesburg and Mahikeng expecting daytime highs in the mid-20s. Poor beach conditions are expected along much of South Africa's coastline on Thursday, with a strong southwesterly wind for Langebaan and Lambert's Bay. Fresh winds are forecast as we head towards Namaqualand and Alexander Bay, with a 5.5 metre swell. In the southwest, we're expecting cold, wet and windy conditions, with a 50 km/h southwesterly wind for False Bay and Hermanus. Stronger winds are expected as we head towards Cape Agulhas, and here we're forecasting a 7 metre southwesterly swell, with wave heights between 10 and 11 feet. Along the south coast, we can expect cloudy, cold and wet weather with windy conditions and a west-southwesterly wind of between 55 and 60 km/h. Along the south coast, we're expecting a 5.5 metre swell with wave heights between 8 and 9 feet. Along the east coast, we're expecting good beach conditions between the Wild Coast and Richards Bay, with a light to moderate southeasterly wind for the Wild Coast and Richards Bay, more of a southerly as we head towards Durban, and a fresh west-southwesterly wind for East London. Along the east coast, we're expecting a 2.5 metre swell with wave heights between 3 and 4 feet. That's all from the Weather Centre for now. Have a super Thursday.
You deserve to know more.
eNCA.com